So after I was on the thing, and I saw the weather, and I'm just cussing my head off, and just like, oh my God, these people, these liars and stuff. Just it's so infuriating. So then I start going down, like, there's got to be something else, and I go down a couple of rows, how it goes across, and then it came to this part and said, people who watch Kelly Hart's videos also watch. I was like, oh my gosh, are you fucking kidding me? How exciting. Because I get that all the time for other people. People who watch so-and-so's videos watch this. And so, of course, I had to go in and see, like, okay, what are the other people watching? And I was so excited because it was all stuff about healing, about spiritual stuff, about ghosts, about tarot card readings, all those things. So I felt like, oh, that's so exciting because there's people who understand what I'm talking about then, who align with it. Because sometimes I think I'm saying things and it's going to have like these people that just don't understand at all, and they're just going to be out to attack me, especially when I hear other people talking and they're being attacked all the time. It's like, man, what is out there? Just these vicious people who can't accept other people's perspective, and that they have to ridicule people about how they look and everything. It's like it's bullies. But I was being bullied on Nextdoor all the time. And I said before, it's so weird how these people just bully and bully and bully and call you names and tell you you're crazy and stuff like that. And like, you want to be like, you realize I have a brain injury. You're completely attacking somebody who's got a mental disability right now, telling them that they're crazy and stupid. Cool person. Anyways, so one thing that I really was excited too was a lot of this stuff I've never seen, the stuff that other people were watching. So that's cool because then I can go in and see like what other people are watching. But one thing was something I had seen, and it's a tarot girl called Guided by Angels. She's super upbeat. She's like a little cheerleader in life, and she's just so upbeat. And I saw that other people are watching. I don't know if it's the same readings I had watched, but it showed that other people had watched. I think she does like, I don't know, 4 or 5 readings a day. I don't know, a lot. And so I don't know which ones that other people had watched. But I just thought, oh, that's so cool. That's so exciting. And that has been a part of what my, another part that I don't talk about of my journey has been when I very first started waking up, that, because it was at first I had to go through this thing that they call the dark night. I've talked about it before, and it's facing your darker side, facing the side of you that you don't want to look at, seeing the things about you that you may be ashamed of or you don't want to think about or whatever. And oh, I just have to throw this in there real quick. Is so this I was so excited, when I saw, that had popped up, that and when I was in there taking a shower and stuff, and I was talking to my guides, and I was just like, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you for that, showing me that. You guys are just saints. And then I hear loud, and sinners. And that is something that we all have to get in our head. And it just seems like the right time to say it when I'm talking about this, is because we aren't just one thing. We aren't just saints. We are saints and sinners. We are both things. You are more than what you think you are. And that's part of the dark night, is facing those parts of yourself and accepting them. You have to accept yourself and love your whole self, even the dark side of yourself. And, facing that side of yourself is what will drive you to want to do better and to want to make changes that are more healthy for you and stuff. So it is good to look at your dark side. And so when that happened for me, but it can be super depressing. Like I said before, like I was suicidal, and mine went, I think it was like 8 months or something. Oh my gosh, I was on medication they had me on 18 fucking pills, but they are out to kill me with that. I think they were out to kill me when I was in the fucking hospital, because I should have died and never got out of there. But then, yeah, I just want to throw this out there too, real quick, because the other day I was thinking, I know I talk about getting a brain injury in the medical establishment and the corruption and the big pharma and the chemicals and shit that they're out to kill you. But one thing is that, God, so annoying. I don't know how it's like you can be sitting there like you're about to say something and then just like poof. Okay, it'll come back to me. So I'll just go back to what I was talking about if I can. We'll just pick it up somewhere else. So anyways, when I was having to go through this dark night, and it was super depressing, it was super hard. Oh, I remember. So I was, when it very first started, all my stuff that started for the medical establishment all stemmed back to my scoliosis. As my scoliosis, and I've talked about before, that I have a big twist. Even when I was sitting in my swimsuit the other day, it's like my boobs are over here, my hips are over here. It's like I just have this twist in my spine, and so my belly button, it pulls my belly button crooked, kind of. I don't even know how the whole thing twists, but somehow it twists your spine, and it will offset your hips. And my twist, and when you have scoliosis, it twists, but it has to twist back. And so my twist back is up in my neck. So it has this big turn in my back, and then in my neck, it has to just jack up like all of it. I even have like, you're supposed to be straight like this with your spine. And this one in the middle is like protruding the wrong way. So they told me like, oh, you gotta be careful. If you could hit that, it can just snap your spinal cord. Like, great. Like, okay, that makes me feel confident. Maybe that's why I don't snow ski anymore, or snowboard. And so anyways, that is what got me started with the medical community. I was getting these horrible, horrible migraines, and I didn't even realize it was these spasms all in here. The muscles would get so tight, I couldn't move my head. It was horrible, painful. And the migraines would be so bad, I'd start puking and be really dizzy and stuff. And so that is where they started in, because then you have to take prophylactic. You can't go in and just get a migraine treated. You have to be on top of this with your spasms and blah, blah, blah. So you need to take this, you need to take this, you need to take this. So they start out with what? 1 or 2 pills. Oh, then you need a couple more. Oh, increase this one. Oh, you need this one to offset this one, this one, this one, this one. To put 18 fucking pills. And I was getting so sick, and I kept telling them, I'm getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And they're just like, oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. We just need to increase this one. I was like, no, my body is rejecting all of these pills. My body is dying here. Take your medicine, shove it up your ass. So, and I've done much better. And that is when I didn't start out smoking weed. I started out with edibles, and at first my migraines were so horrible, and you'll have withdrawals from some medications, but it was also just when your body's relied on those for so long. So you got, like, I was pretty sick, probably a couple months trying to withdraw all the medicine, and I use that RSO. It's like a more condensed THC or something, or CBD. You can get it both ways or with both, but it can be used for, I guess the guy who developed it, I think it had been used to even cure cancer. Like people who had cancer who used it, their cancer went away. And I also saw another doctor talking about this recently. They were looking up something about with COVID and pot or something like that. I don't remember, but it healed cancer. So there's so much technology and stuff that they're withholding from us. But that's what I used when I started going off of the medicine. And I didn't smoke pot or anything back then. Maybe at a party or something, take a couple hits off a joint. But I wasn't like a big pot smoker. To me, it was like, oh, I got to follow the law. And, but when, and my kids, my older daughters were, so, they're like, here, Mom, take this, and gave me like some hard candies or something. And back then, I've talked about it, was like, that was so intense. I felt like I was on acid. It was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But, and at first it was really like, oh, I would do one and I was like, okay, I can't do that for days. But then once I started, understanding more about marijuana and stuff, and I started smoking, I like to smoke. First, I think I'm addicted to just the smoking. It's just super relaxing. You just inhale, and I don't know, there's something relaxing about it. I'm not trying to push you into doing it. I do with my mom and some other older friends that are on a lot of medications who are constantly complaining about pain. And as a nurse, seeing how many old women came in addicted to painkillers and stuff, that I do tell all of those people, yeah, go down to the weed store, quit supporting big pharma, quit, focus on your body, focus on your health. Don't listen to them. They're not giving you stuff to help you. They're not giving you stuff to fix anything. And they're just filling your body with chemicals. And the chemicals are killing us. So anyways, the marijuana worked great for me. And I got through it. And I got off the pills. I started focusing on just doing a lot of smoothies. Focusing on, because the medicine had given me colitis. I was super sick. Like, I was like crapping your pants sick. I mean, I was sick. When they sit there and say that on those commercials, oh, if you start shitting your pants, it happens. Believe me. When they fuck up your system, they fuck it up. And so, I started doing smoothies. I started just really focusing on my health. And, I feel back, whatever, 6 years ago, I felt like I was on the verge of death. Now I feel like I feel like I'm at my best. Like, I feel like my most strong. I feel healthy. I feel like happy. Everything is just like, I can't even imagine wanting anything more. I feel so good. So, I want to focus on keeping my health up by diet and exercise and just focusing on my health, taking time for myself and knowing when you need to relax. Just tune into your body. It's super important. And now this one has gone so long, I'll have to start another one because there was something else I wanted to talk about. But that is, so in my dark night, that is, it was, when did I stop taking the pills? It was during this time. I don't remember at what point. It must have been after, yeah, because I was already on the antidepressants. So it was after. And I was so sick, and they kept sending me to different specialists, and and it took a long time because you have to wait for authorization, all this bullshit. So it takes a long time to get any kind of diagnosis. And even when they gave me the diagnosis for colitis, and I think it was just because of my nursing or something, because I'm not saying just anybody just do this. I was like, I'm taking this in my own hands. I started looking up what pills I needed to, because some pills you need to wean down, like it has to go down little by little by little to wean off of it. So I looked up what of my medications I needed to wean down, which could stop immediately and stuff like that. And I just started doing it myself. I didn't go back to talk to the doctor when they're telling me, you need to come in. We need to talk to you about the colitis. We got a few more pills for you. No, thank you. Besides, the guy was a dick. And I know he thought I was some sort of, I don't know, drug addict, prostitute, because I had tattoos. So, therefore I'm subhuman in his eyes. So he was so horrible during that colonoscopy. I was awake. I don't know if you've ever had one, but it fucking hurts. And when you're awake, I used to, when I was a nurse, I've been on a lot of them. And I've been on ones where people woke up. And, usually you put it back to sleep. And I don't know, it could have been, I know I have really low blood pressure, and it could have been something with that, and I just took it as he was a dick. But he never would, didn't talk to me, he was a dick. I don't give a shit. And I do have low blood pressure, and that could have been it. But anyways, yeah, I had to do it, and I had no medicine, and it was fucked. So I just took my health into my own hands and started, focusing on it. I don't take pills now. And I don't eat meat. Well, I eat fish because sometimes for me, my body needs some animal protein. And I don't know, fish, I don't get that. Like when I eat other kinds of meat, I feel like it's just chewing on flesh. It just grosses me out. Fish, I don't feel like that. And so, yeah, I can handle eating fish and vegetables, but I don't eat it all the time. Maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes maybe just once or twice a month. Just depends. And because you got to listen to your body. Your body will tell you what it needs and when it needs it. Just listen to your body. Don't listen to other people. And and so I wanted to talk more because after the dark night, that's when things started changing, and I want to talk more about that because I had seen some other people watching about twin flame stuff, so I want to talk about that. So I'll be right back.